is VenomRX Deep 6 case. Now, there aren't any other unboxing videos about this on YouTube, so I'll be the first one. So, see the box first, put that away, and yeah, VenomRX.com, Play Strong, Deep 6 series, solution mini-itx form factor. This doesn't really make sense, but whatever. So here you can see power supply. Yeah, it does include a power supply. I don't know why you put that, but because that's about the motherboard and the hard drive, but it's there. So let's open it up. So I've already opened this once. So the cable and stuff isn't exactly what it is, but I'm just gonna open it here. Box away, and here you see it uses a hard foam, but it's a small, really light case, so it doesn't matter. It won't break the foam because it's really light, but big cases you need soft foam really. But it is more expensive to use soft foam than closed soft foam. So this is plastic cover. And here, we start from the bottom. There are ventilation holes. More ventilation. This one is for if you want to mount the power supply upside down. And these are case feeds. These are just foams stuck on it, so not so good, but it works. This thing, you cannot mount a fan there, but you can maybe get them mounted, like a 60mm fan or 40mm fan. More ventilation for the front fan, but also will come from the front because it's all meshed. But this part is not exactly gonna help cooling. I'm gonna show you why inside. So side ventilation, you have side ventilation, and at the back you can see more ventilation for the top part, which will be the hard drive space, an I/O plate for an I/O plate cover, and two 60mm fan mounts. I don't know what's that for, and single PCI Express slot in here. Now this isn't for a high-end gaming computer because there's only one, and not much graphics cards can fit in one slot with, because usually it's two slots. So not really good for gaming, but for a normal ITX case it's pretty good. I mean, it's cheap. And there's a power supply right here, on off, and the cord is inside. This plate inside, I saw it, so I'm gonna open it right now. Open it. Oh yeah, the front part. This is for the DVD drive bay. These are USB 2.0s. There's some USB 3.0s. 3.0s. There's no, and these are audio jacks. Hard drive activity LED, on-off LED, and on-off button. No reset button, which is okay. But in case you need it, well, there isn't here. But you could just turn it off and turn it back on. So, let's see what's inside. So, first you see the case is, well, not so well built because you can see I'm bending it. But it's just a very cheap case, so not too concerned about it. Back part is the motherboard tray. There's no CPU cutout because this isn't a high performance case, but hey, you don't, anyway, you won't put like a 4670K or 4770K overclocked processor here, but yeah, it would be nice if there's a CPU cutout. At this part, you can see you got the accessories, which is supposed to be at the top. Maybe it's 12 through this hole for routing the cable. So let's see the accessories first. Put these screws somewhere up there. And see this? These are, wait, I'm not actually so sure what these are. What are these for? This is really strange. Doesn't fit any of the holes. So if anyone who has this case, please comment and tell them what it is. So you got a speaker, a buzzer, whatever you would call it, there, and some screws, motherboard standoffs, rubber isolators, and fan screws, and all those good stuff. The motherboard standoffs are even in gold or silver. You can choose either. As you can see, there are two sets of them, gold and silver. So that's empty. Now let's take a look at the case. Now the front I/O connectors are here. This one too. Oh crap. So that isn't permanently connected, so if you broke it or something, you can replace that. So these are that. USB 2.0, this is audio, USB 2.0, and then power and LED, power LED, and yeah, all those good stuff. HDD LED, power button, and as you can see, there's a cable for the power supply. It comes included, obviously, for the power supply here. But we'll see that after we see the cable of the power supply. So it's kind of messy. It was cable tie, but when I opened it and checked it, I removed the cable tie. So two set of cables, two mini-itx cables, and a floppy connector. One CPU 4-pin connector, and a motherboard 24-pin connector. All this isn't modular because this is just a normal power supply standard. It isn't a standard power supply, it's an SFX power supply, but it's a cheap one, so no sleeving, no nothing. So if you want your build to look good or not messy, just change the power supply if you're in this case. So the power supply is a VenomRX essential power, 250 watts power supply. And being this case is really cheap, 500,000 rupiah or around $50 in the US or some, yeah. So I doubt this to be a really good power supply. It doesn't even have a 80 plus certification. I think this will only be 70% efficiency, but I don't know. This is my assumption. So now you see the case itself. I'll try to put these cables back in. Let me just leave it out first. So the motherboard plate is here. It has holes for, I don't know, ventilation I think. The holes are here for the connectors. And in the front, you can see what I mean by the mesh isn't actually helping cooling. Most of the mesh actually. There's a plastic plate behind it. But at the bottom part of the mesh where there's the fan mount for an 80mm fan, yes, it is ventilated mesh. There's no plastic plate in front of it. So yeah. Oh yeah. This is for the DVD drive mount, and maybe if you put it in, you won't be able to install the back fans, but it's gonna conflict with the wires, but who knows, because I'm not going to use one. So we're going to install it here to these using screws and wire the wires down there, or whatever, you can do it here, and down to the motherboard and the power supply. So at the top of the case, this is where you're going to find the hard drive mount. And I don't actually have a hard drive right now, but it fits not there. I tried it, and the power cables go in here, the SAT cables too. And there are ventilations on the top, so you won't have any trouble cooling your hard drive. And I know it's stuck to this metal plate, and it'll help cooling too. So yeah, and the power supply has an, I think, 80mm fan. So it's positioned on exhaust, and I think it's a good thing not from the bottom, but you can position it from the bottom. I think it's better like this, because this case doesn't have a big fan mount anywhere. 80mm, 80mm, and 260mm at the back. And I suggest using this as exhaust, and using this as the exhaust, you put another fan here, so air will be drawn from the top through the hard drive and from the back. And there's ventilation here, so it's gonna go in from right here to the CPU cooler stuff, and also to the hard drive from these vents. And there are vents on the bottom too, as you can see right here and on top. So yeah, thank you for watching my unboxing video of this case, VenomRX Deep 6, and subscribe to my channel for my technology connected videos and computer videos. And like this video if you like it, and dislike it if you don't like it, and thank you for watching.